Let's waste no further time here. Welcome back to Layton's Mystery Journey. We've only got one case left to go, but before we tackle it, let's finish the final minigame. At the end of the last Layton stream, I took care of these first 4 clients. It leaves 4 more. Liza wants something fun that can be enjoyed with other people. Double check in here. She shuns her green. And Liza isn't particularly good with spicy food. She has a sweet tooth. Well, of course, she's like the youngest of the millionaires. Maybe. This one might actually be good for her because it's on 4 separate crackers and she wanted to share. See, doesn't like spicy or green. Ah, the fun is breaking the seal and she wants a fun meal. Burger surprise could also be fun. Mildly spicy. I'll try this first. Finally, sweet tooth. Hot sweet toffee, perhaps. Sweet and looks fun. I'm gonna go with that. And first try. On to Tabaris Lloyd. To get through the long night, he needs some serious substance. Substance is her middle name, I guess. But on top of that, Chief loves meat but is not fancy. And he should, he enjoys the British staples, so that Scotch egg seems right for him right off the bat. Perhaps this garlic bread because it's got the chunk of the soup with the chunk of bread, I mean. Belly Buster, but we already used that on the movie guy because he likes eggs so much. Asian duck, fried chicken, Indian, Argentinian, Indian, which is kind of British if you really think about it. There's a lot of Indian culture over there from what I understand. I tried the duck. And this is a British dessert. Oh, right. The Peking duck is too fancy. My bad. Maybe this? Doesn't seem too fancy to me. One egg dish is plenty. What's the second egg dish? That's a yogurt sauce, so that's fine. Apple crumble? You know what? He probably liked the toffee pudding. There's still 2 egg dishes on the menu? Does he like the pumpkin? It doesn't look too fancy to me. No need to skimp on the calories. Genoa cured ham. That made it too fancy. You know what? I think the garlic was fine, but I'm still missing something for the main dish. This says high calorie, so maybe, even though it's not totally British, it's just a steak. How bad could it be? Alright, there you go. Two to go. Good old Hastings himself. Something for his little lemon. Their first date was at a Chinese restaurant. And there's a favorite dessert that he never fails to order. Now, it seems obvious that it's the lemon tart. But didn't we already use the lemon tart? You would think it's the lemon tart because it's his little lemon. But that could just be them misleading us. Yeah, I actually think it's the crumble. Beijing. We already used the mitten crab soup on someone else. Here I'm gonna suggest the pumpkin and then... maybe that? We're gonna try this. Something that's gonna blow our socks off. So I guess I need more Chinese influence. Is there a Chinese dessert by chance? This is Asian style, but I've used it. What other appetizer have I not used? Let's see, I used radish, the eggs, the somtam, the foie gras, the scotch egg, and the crackers, which leaves the spring rolls for the avocado prosciutto salad, which might be fine for her. Says the ladies like it. Is Jinhua Chinese? I've never liked fish and meat when it's raw. It's gotta be cooked or it isn't real. Prosciutto, I don't think is cooked in that salad, so let me go back to the spring rolls. I think I had that part right earlier. Alright, here we go. They tried Chinatown for the first date. They didn't get the dessert right, but then I knew it. I remembered correctly. They really make you think it's gonna be the lemon tart just because she's his little lemon. But no, it turns out they actually just had apple crumble that night. So, whatever remains has to be perfect per perfecta, per for perfecta, blah 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 blah, Emiliana. So she wants us to deduce things. Perfetti's been on a health drive. She doesn't like sharp tastes. Okay, so now we can use avocado prosciutto. Did I use this one? Actually, I don't think I used that one either. Nothing sharp. Mildly spicy. It's high in calorie, but you know what? It is more mature. And I don't think I used it on anyone else. Hey Nuke, how you doing? Look. Okay, that last one was too many calories for sure. Let's see. Did I use that on anyone? Oh, I did use crema catalana on him. Oh, I haven't used the very first dessert of all things. Aha, varied, considerable calorie intake. She likes yogurt. Alright, that is every minigame. Da, 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 da. More bonus puzzles have been unlocked for later. So that's it, don't have to think about minigames anymore. Which means... get on with the final case. Oh, I didn't change outfits.
Miss Layton, look what just arrived in the post. It's addressed to Professor Layton.
The professor? What?
Please, Ernest.
It sounds like a Minecraft reference.
I have discovered the Richmond fortune. Now to share it out, I am arranging a
Well,
puzzle-solving
I gave it a
party to
shot. I
take
mean,
place on
diamonds
Christmas
are a
Eve.
thing in Minecraft.
All those wishing to participate should come to Richmond Court. Expectantly yours, Lord Adamas.
They should call him Lord Adamaz, with a Z at the end.
Interesting. The legendary Richmond fortune.
Now, speaking of anime, I'm excited to see the anime club in the Twins Discord get up and moving. Now, I hear that the current one is free on Funimation, but as far as I'm aware, Funimation's only free for like a week or two. I'm not quite sure how to use the free version, because I never tried. I used my trial a while back.
Richmond fortune.
Anyway, they're talking about some giant fortune.
It's a very famous tale here in the city, show. There's a large palace that was built here in London by the now deceased multi-millionaire Maximilian Richmond.
Maximilian Richmond. Once again, level 5 localization team.
Since his death, the place has been deserted. People have long speculated.
I'll let you know if I
there
need that
must be
nuke.
a fortune hidden somewhere
I'll look
inside
more into the
enormous
Funimation
mansion.
first, since it's supposedly free. Like, there's supposed to be a free with ads option, but I never saw it, and I can live with ads.
And there's been no end of breaking and entering by people trying to find it.
It's been 10 years.
Oh, I didn't
But
mean to
what's all
skip
this
that.
about a puzzle-solving party to share it out?
Puzzle solving party is my
Sounds
favorite
like queer.
party.
Do you think it's a hoax?
Hoax or not, it sounds like fun. We'll go.
I think you'll find it wasn't actually your name on the invitation.
I expect that's because of the sign above the door. It only says Leighton after all. I imagine whoever sent the invitation was hoping for the attendance of a great puzzle solver.
In which case, the invitation landed in the right lap anyway. If there's anyone who could outstrip Dad in the puzzle-solving department, it's me.
Oh man, which collage will win? Who has the better arrangement of picture snippets? That's a joke. I know you meant college. It's just the way it was spelled.
Oh, really?
Alright, this is the final case of the game, now officially underway.
So, this is Richmond Court.
It's gone to the dogs, but you can tell it was quite something in its day.
That insignia above the door. Oh my god, the owner of the castle is the greatest of all time. Oh wow, shots fired at me for not being Mondo. I just meant it was a goat. It was a goat insignia. Giant horns. See, there it is above the portrait too.
Well, what do you know?
Gosh, it seems we weren't the only people who had a mysterious invitation in the post.
That's quite an impressive guest list.
Apparently this chapter is where most of the cutscene and voice acting budget went, because they've actually been going for quite a while. I'm usually reading their lines by now.
7 of London's wealthiest.
I didn't know you'd be coming too.
Hello, Mr. Barnum. I see you're in very good company. I wonder why we're all here together.
Yeah, it's a real head-scratcher, ain't it?
I don't know what this is all about, but who wouldn't be intrigued by a note like that?
I quite agree. I couldn't imagine declining such a fascinating invitation.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Richmond Court. I am your host, Lord Adamas.
You know, it just struck me that all these guys got an invitation, but none of them made it to Smash. Granted, I don't think any of these characters deserve to be in Smash. I think Kat's father deserves that honor, but, you know, that's a separate thing. Also, Pyramithra hype this week.
Huh?
I would like to invite you all to take part in a game with me. A puzzle-solving game with the very highest stakes.
Hold on, Nuke. I'm getting a reference image. See that guy in the hat? He's kind of the lead character for the 6 games that came before this one. Good old Professor Herschel Layton himself. And then when they made the 7th game, they passed it down to his daughter Katrielle, and it became more of an episodic comedy adventure, whereas his were more one long, compelling story. But yeah, I would like the guy I would like the guy with the Azran legacy in Smash. That would be neat.
This is crazy.
Lose, and the entire fortune will be donated to the Dark Jewel Foundation. So, on the table in front of you, you will find some contracts. Sign them, please.
If a Hat in Times DLC taught me anything, it's that contracts are great.
Getting crazier.
You may, of course, refuse if you wish. As long as you don't mind your dirty secret being exposed.
Oh no, go ahead and tell everyone about my dirty secret.
Secret?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they'll all jump to sign on the dotted line. This all sounds totally above board.
Oh, well, this promises to be quite entertaining. Yes, count me in.
Oh yes, the mayor never shies away from a challenge. What fun!
What?
Why not? Sounds like it's worth taking a punt on.
Exactly. We dragons didn't get where we are today without taking risks. I'm in.
I am of the same opinion as you. Eliza, what is your feeling?
I think I ought to have a go. Do I sign here?
Well, Lord Adamas, whoever you are, you have your wish. We have all signed on the dotted line.
Her voice actress is still my least favorite performance in this game. And, I mean, I wouldn't say a ton of the performances in this game are great, but hers is especially... I don't know what the director was thinking on that voice for this character design, to be frank.
Excellent. So let's get started on the puzzles.
Yay, puzzles! They finally stopped voicing themselves. Well, that's all 7 of our dirty signatures on the paperwork. Precisely how is this puzzle-solving party going to proceed? Rules of the game no. rules of the game I've devised for you are extremely simple. From this hallway you will have access to 4 rooms. The red door leads to the Rosenberg room. The blue to a Treasury. The green to the Hope room. And behind the purple door, called the Treasury. Rosenberg room and the Treasury. Honestly, what's all this nonsense about hope and treachery? Must locate and solve a hidden puzzle in each of the 4 rooms. If you fail at a puzzle, you lose. And according to the terms of the contracts, will hand over your fortunes to me. If you complete all 4 puzzles successfully, win. In which case, become the heir to the great Richmond fortune. I hope that's all clear. Good. Then please, pick a door and begin. Well, this sounds simple enough. I feel my fortune swelling already. Ah, don't be so sure of yourself, Dibbly. I'll give you a run for your money. So you can choose which room you tackle when... Which means the order you go at them could be strategically important. Oh dear, I'm not sure which door to pick first. All roads lead to the same destination, Liza. You must solve all the puzzles in the end if you wish to win. Well, that's a good point. I suppose we should simply say, may the best man or woman win. All the other guests have picked a room and gone in, miss. Where do you think we should start? Let me see. Welcome, Miss Layton. Miss Katrielle Layton. Whose is that voice? It's the same person who was speaking before. Seems the mysterious Lord Adamas is welcoming me personally. I invited Professor Layton to this event as an adjudicator. It's a shame he hasn't come. I'm afraid my father's busy, but I'm here. Couldn't I help? There's just one thing the adjudicator must do. I need you to sign the contract that you'll find in the middle of the room. Sort of contract? Before we sign anything, I need to put on some contract signing clothes. I forgot to change my outfit for this case. So, we could go back to the usual outfit, or we could do that without the coat. I haven't used... Let's see, what else haven't I used yet? I'm pretty sure I've worn the retro, and the blue, and the monotone, and the pleated. Yeah, I think I've worn everything on page 2. I've worn the picnic one. We could end off in our pajamas, or we could go as Daddy's girl. That might be relatively fitting for this chapter, actually. It was supposed to be her father for this case. Her dad's assistant, her dad's other assistant. Well, Anton kind of fits the castle vibe, I'd say, Anton. And then there's the floor address. Any preference, Nuke? Alright, in honor of the man himself, we're gonna go ahead with Daddy's girl. But yeah, Anton's a good outfit too. So what's this about a contract? This must be the contract. Let's see what this is all about. The adjudicator hereby consents to make the events he or she witnesses at this puzzle-solving event known to the general public. Also, worth noting, Lord Adamas had at least considered the possibility that the adjudicator would end up being a female instead. What unusual terms. I was expecting to be sworn to secrecy, not the other way around. Now, Miss Layton, before you sign on the dotted line, first let's see if you're a worthy substitute for your father. How many puzzles have you solved in your career as detective? Seems you've solved a total of 156 puzzles so far. In that case, I'm willing to accept you as adjudicator in your father's stead. Yeah, but that's been over the last few months. He had a good, like, 10 or so in each case. Or maybe more like 12 or 15. And there's been 11 cases. If you split that up across 11 cases, then it's not too bad. But that's not the requirement either. You can get by with less. I went back and did all the extra optional puzzles as well. But yeah, the game is gatekeeping you here if you didn't solve enough puzzles yet. Now please sign the contract. Will be required to spread the word about what you witness here today, to make the public aware of what transpires. There, I've signed it. Is that alright? Very good. Now you know the rules. Losers lose everything, and the winner takes away the great Richmond fortune. Your job is to oversee the puzzle solving until all participants have been eliminated, or until someone wins. So, puzzles of Richmond Court await you. Enjoy. Well, you got the job, Cat. Now, where do we start? Let me see. I've decided. We'll start in the Rosenberg room. Because? Because I feel like it. Put me down. Because you feel like it. Girl, let's not forget that Miss Layton's instincts have led to successful resolution of a great many cases. I'm quite sure they'll guide her well now. Thank you, Ernest. So, unless you have a better suggestion, Cheryl? Well, not really, no. I thought so. Into the Rosenberg room, then. I can't go into the Rosenberg room without first looking around for money. I mean, there we go, I just found the Richmond fortune. Whole 10 hint coin. What else are you hiding from me, Richmond? Capital of Virginia, I'm on to you. Do-do-do. I can zoom in on this portrait. What a huge portrait. Who is that old man? Ah yes, I've seen that face before. That is Maximilian Richmond, multi-millionaire owner of this palace who passed away 10 years ago. Master of the house, eh? That's right, and whenever he died, his enormous fortune simply disappeared. There were rumors that he hid it somewhere when he knew he was going to die. And now it seems that someone has uncovered it. Who is this Lord Adamas? Yeah, I'm just gonna A-D-A-M. If you rearrange the letters of Adamas, it spells sad mad. Or Mad Sad. Or Sam Dam. Or Mad Sam. Sam is mad. That's the Rosenberg room door, and that's where we're going right after I save. Here we are in the Rosenberg room, then. It's every bit as ostentatious as the hallway, isn't it? Didn't someone say this Richmond Court was a deserted ghost house? Well, the ghosts certainly seem to have some nice furniture. I'm starting to think that perhaps all the rumors about this place are unfounded. Miss Layton, sure. Mr. Sloane's and Mr. Chance are over there. We're not the only mongrels to have picked this room, then. It looks like they're discussing something. Seriously, Grant, what are we doing here? Do you think this whole thing is a farce? Come on, Caesar. You know as well as I do that this is all about. All 7 of us invited here, to Richmond Court of all places. Yes, but why now? It's been years since it happened. And in any case, no one else besides us 7 knows what went on. True, I don't understand it either. Why we had no choice but to agree to this charade. Come on, we're supposed to be finding a puzzle in this room, remember? I don't know what they were alluding to there. But anyway, it doesn't sound like they've found the puzzle yet. Let's go and talk to them. I'm curious. I'm more curious about where they're hiding more hint coins. And the top of the world, which means we have to go to the North Pole to find the treasure. I have solved every mystery. We're gonna go there, we're gonna meet Santa Claus. You know what, Rudolph's red nose is probably worth some value on the market as like a ruby. Ah, there's a random puzzle in this clock. This is just a random hidden puzzle, not the one that those 2 were looking for. Oh, this again. Alright, well, blue's already on the bottom of this one, so... For those uninitiated to this puzzle, I'm trying to match the picture in the bottom left. But I can only move the pieces from the top to an empty space in a column. So it would probably be... Maybe it's in my better interest if I move the red first. Oh wait, I messed that up. I just want to get blue down to the bottom. Or all else. Okay, no, I gotta really think things over. So... Okay, if I could get a backwards version of the tower, then I could pick up the pieces and put them where they need to go. So, like, if pink was on the bottom and then green and then red, that would work, but I can't really do anything like that at this moment. Perhaps red needs to... Okay, I might be getting somewhere now. I'm trying to what I'm trying to do now is get the red out because I need to make room for a yellow there. But wonder about that. But this isn't good. I don't think that's doable in 8 moves. Alright, let's start that over. This may take a bit. Okay. So, I'm sure I can do this eventually, but for sake of moving things along, I will take the first hint. No? Oh, dang it, I need to change the Nightbot settings again. Okay, sure, stretch break, but what won't you accept? Nope. The hint? I mean, I could sit here for a little while and work on the puzzle. Yes, but, I also was hoping to get the whole case done tonight. Use 100% of the brain. There's a reference. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure you're talking about Dr. Stone at this point. That's a reference I get. I've not seen season 2 yet, though. Pretty sure that's out anyway. Also, who's Brian? Was I right about the Dr. Stone reference, though? Or was there a different anime where the guy, like, used a larger percent of his brain? There was also that one Jimmy Neutron episode where it was like... Oh, no, wait, that had nothing to do with percentage. Actually, no, it was... There was a really stupid... I mean, most episodes of this show are stupid, but I happened upon part of a Teen Titans Go episode where Beast Boy was also using the extra percents of his brain. and still couldn't solve the find it puzzle. That's not the first thing I want to think of when it comes to brain power, but well, there you go. Alright. Back at this. I'm thinking if I can get the pieces arranged in reverse order, then I would be able to pick them up from one column and put them into the other column in the right order. But it becomes a bit muddled. I would mean putting down the green before the red. Maybe I can just roll with that idea for a minute. But how am I gonna dig the yellow out of this? Pink, green, red, yellow. No, wait. Try that again. Red. Red. Switch. There, put that back, move. Get this here, move that over. But this still doesn't help. Ah, Nuke, if you leave, what's my motivation to even do this without the hints? But, yeah, have a good night. Let's start that over. Like, I unlocked the first hint and I'm gonna freaking read it. I gotta get things moving. Gotta get the central ground floor in place early on. Red and yellow to the right. That's where it says start. Oh wait, it said those yellow? Central red and left yellow. Then central yellow and central roof. Alright, I will try not to use any more hints from there. And this is with the goal of getting the blue on the ground, so I would take it that I need to do this. Then I need to start moving yellow back where it belongs. Okay, it said do that. That's where we're up to. But again, the goal is take this. Maybe this one needs to go here and that one needs to go there instead? Maybe I can take both greens, put them aside for later just to break the yellow out a bit. That once again doesn't really let me finish. Alright, let me go back to where I had it. Alright, I hate myself for doing this, but you know what? Time is time. Move all 3 floors from the right to the central. Wait, central roof. Oh, it said take the central roof to the left. I misread that hint earlier. Okay, so now it's saying do this. Which makes sense because then I can start building that backwards tower I was talking about. Sort of. Oh, wait, I messed something up. Okay, that's where we left off. Move all 3 to the central. Clear the right-hand plot. 4 to the right. Okay, I would not have imagined 4 necessarily, unless this is what I just did. And the only logical thing to do here, move this in. Start freeing up space for this other green to get out. Or not. It recommends this one. Oh my god, this is finally gonna work. Alright, so I needed a bit of a head start on that one, but
something you have to chew over.
I gotta keep things moving. It's already been an hour. Not redoing that anytime soon. Oh, we save. By the way, I grabbed a collection item. Well, actually, a couple. Oh, Lucia! Anyway, we were told to talk to you. Mr. Chance and Mr. Sloane's, I see we've chosen the same room. Ah, Katrielle, hello. This was your choice too, was it? You haven't managed to find the puzzle yet, then? No, not yet. We've been looking, but no luck so far. It's all part of this Adamas's fun, I suppose. Testing us to see if we can find his puzzles, let alone solve them. Do either of you know Lord Adamas? Never heard the name before. Oh me. Think any of us ever know who he is? Tell you one thing, I put money on him not being a real lord. He's playing us, and I don't like that. This whole puzzle party idea stinks. You sounded rather enthusiastic about it before. Must say though, the stakes are alarmingly high. True, you could win the Richmond fortune, but on the other hand, you stand to lose everything you own. It's a very risky gamble. You're right there, but I've never balked at taking risks before, and I'm not about to start now. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that stakes are always high in business. Success doesn't come for free. Oh, I see. And of course, Lord Adamas did mention a secret that he'd expose if you refused to participate. Listen, Cat, you've been in the business as long as I have. You'll have more than a few skeletons in the closet. Absolutely. So we'd appreciate if you didn't ask too many questions. Anyway, we've got a puzzle to find, haven't we? Alright, time to start the belly aching and start puzzle hunting. Oops, didn't mean to go to the journal. Just meant to save again, because I'm being real paranoid this time. Oh, what's this? It looks like small red fragments of red glass. Don't worry, Honest, they're not very sharp. I wonder what they're for. Gee, I wonder. Now that's really something. What is it, really? It's not a painting, is it? That's stained glass, Cheryl. Haven't you seen any before? Interesting. Pieces of glass missing in some places. Maybe they got broken. Mr. Richmond was extremely wealthy, Cheryl. I don't imagine he would have left something like this in a state of disrepair. Good point. Found the puzzle, have you? Not yet. We're just studying this piece of... For some reason, there are one or two pieces of glass missing from it. Well, I did hear that Mr. Richmond was very ill in his final years. Probably didn't bother keeping up with repairs. I don't know. It strikes me as odd. It was in the process of being repaired. It would have been I've never heard that phrase, actually. In which case, where are these new pieces of glass? Cat, come on. Ah, I wonder if these... I wonder if these would fit into the window. Wow, no one saw that coming. Really, Cat, you're better than that. The Red Mountain. Make sure the patterns of glass alternate. Otherwise, just fit it where it needs to go. I could do a little something like this. But not that, though. That wouldn't leave a dirty space, no. Well, that doesn't quite fit now, does it? Alright, well, I guess that does. Wow, that was easy.
This is an interesting one. Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
Yeah, the stained glass image is complete. Very nice, Cat. Well done. Oh look, there's something written on the bottom of the box. So there is. Allow me, Miss, Rosenberg was barren. Nothing grew there. No one owned it. No one wanted it. Yet underground, treasure sparkled. Great story. What does it mean? Sounds like it has some hidden meaning, but I can't make any doubt about it now, Grant. Surely it must be the same Rosenberg. Which would mean this Adamas. Alright, keep your hair on, Caesar. We don't know for sure yet. Keep my hair on? We're talking about everything I've built up, my entire fortune. That tiny publishing firm I started out with, and now finally I'm in a position where I control one of London's biggest papers. Right, you're not the only one of us who came from humble origin. Funny, actually. Makes me think of how we were back then, 10 years ago. Yes, 10 years ago. Feels like an age. But so hard. He was... It seems Mr. Chance and Mr. Sloanes didn't manage to solve the puzzle. So they have to hand over their fortunes. Unless they want to break the terms of the contract, yes. So, are we enjoying ourselves? How did you find the puzzle I set you? Those who solved it are invited to move to another room. Take the next challenge. Those who failed to solve it have lost everything. Please, leave the room and proceed to the road to ruin. The road to where? There's a passageway over there. I expect that's what he's referring to. Others must wait in the cellars. Still in the game? Please, have fun. Loser? I've never been a loser in my life. Settle down, Caesar. We didn't manage to solve the puzzle, so for that reason, we're out. Well, let's go. They couldn't have had their tails any further between their legs. Understandably, on paper at least, they've just lost their entire fortunes. But they knew what they were getting themselves into. Anyway, we must find the next puzzle. In Cat and Company's first room, the red-doored Rosenberg room, was a stained glass picture. It shows a beautiful red mountain. Move to the next room, please. Well, there are 3 rooms left leading off to this entrance hall, miss. Which one do we pick now? Yes, where are the options again? Well, there's the Treasury, the Hope Room, and the Treachery. I think the next room we should tackle is the Treasury. Sounded like you put a lot of thought into that. Don't tell me, that was your gut talking. Of course, we have to succeed at all the puzzles, so my gut tells me it doesn't matter which room we enter next. In that case, it's through the blue door. Quite right, Ernest. In we go. So, this is the Treasury room. It's a little dingy, isn't it? But still a lavish room. Look at all the exquisite furniture and ornaments. Oh, look, we have company. Miss White and Mr. Fullhold all over there. Yes, so they picked this room. What are we going to do, Mr. Fullhold? We still haven't managed to find the puzzle. Yes, it still eludes us, doesn't it? Well, suppose we can't give up. Let's keep looking. Alright, Liza. Although, are you sure you should be doing this? We who have agreed to take part in this game is everything. All the wealth we've earned. It is dangerous, but I'm sure this Lord Adamas is only interested in myself and the others. You were just a child when it happened. I'm still technically one of the 7 dragons, even though it's only a title I inherited from my father. My butler told me all about what happened, served my family for years. As the only surviving member of the White household, it's my duty to take up the gauntlet now. I see. What are they chin-wagging about? Whatever it is, they don't seem to have located the puzzle in this room yet. Let's ask them how they're getting on. Hello, Liza, Mr. Fullhold. We managed to find the puzzle. Oh, I didn't hear you come in, Katrielle. No, I'm afraid we haven't had any luck. It's not going well, Miss Layton. It makes my dreams of becoming a treasure hunter in the future seem very distant. But now you're here, I'm sure all that will change. Very true. A trusty ally in Miss Layton, do we not? It's a very risky game you've agreed to take part in, don't you think? You'd lose everything you have. I wonder, why did you agree to take part in the first place? Well, Katrielle, it's like this, you see. Since my dear parents passed away, my life has been filled with sadness and gloom. And recently, come to think, I need more. I want to be the sort of person who can face the world alone and win. To be worthy of my great family name. So, I sort of thought I should be brave here tonight. I see, Liza. Well, that's an interesting reason. I cannot match Liza in her honorable reasons. For me, I like the thrill. I find the game of stakes so high to be irresistible. Don't you? Does it not stir the juices of adventure within your vein? Of course. You're a great fan of adventure, aren't you, Mr. Fullhold? That's right, Miss Layton. It has been my dream for many years to leave the business world behind and go in search of treasure. This is the first step. So we really ought to find that puzzle then. And you will join us, I hope, Miss Layton. Of course. Let's find this room's secret. Secret hint coin. Secret other hint coin. Lamp. Chair. Decanter. Oh look, there's some jewelry in this decanter. Shiny and sparkling. I love it. If I wasn't a dog, I'd be a magpie. Strange habits people have, putting jewelry in a decanter. Whoops. No. Oh, look at all the shiny things in there. Ah, jewelry box. Those are very beautiful pieces, aren't they? There have always been rumors about people breaking into this place ever since it was abandoned. But there aren't actually any signs of forced entry. Valuables like this still undisturbed. Compare the jewels rumor. The rumors were unfounded. Rumors usually are. Have you found something, Katrielle? Is it the puzzle? No, I'm afraid not, but we did discover a rather beautiful collection of jewelry. Oh yes, it's all so pretty, isn't it? We too investigated that jewelry box. No puzzle inside. No, I can't see a puzzle either, although... What is it? Is there something we missed? It's just the way the jewelry has been organized in the box. Or rather, how it isn't organized at all. Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I just want to pull it all out and tidy it up. You can imagine that the owner of this jewelry box was not as meticulous as the two of you. Do you suppose the jewelry here was misplaced? Presumably, it's supposed to be in the jewelry box. They don't call you Sherlock for nothing, do they? Oh, wait, that's me. Well, I, for one, can't stand this disarray any longer. We must tidy it up. Just all work together. Wait a minute. Yes, this is it. This is the Treasury puzzle. Yuldoku. In the 5x5 grid, place the jewels so there is only one of each different kind in the horizontal and vertical rows. Oh man, yep, Sudoku, but with jewels. Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. The yellow can go just about anywhere, so I don't want to start with those. No, no, yes. No, no, one of these two. No. Maybe. Maybe. Perhaps I can put that there and that there. Put this here. That there. This here. Those three left over. This row, one of each. This column, one of each. Row, one of each. This row, one of each.
I've seen how to solve this now. Puzzles are made for solving.
Aha! That's much better. Beautiful jewelry like that really needs to be kept in a proper box. Cut! A scrap of paper just fell off the bottom. Thank you, Cheryl. I'll read it out so everyone can hear. The treasure was stones. Precious stones. No one owned them. No one knew they were there. Till one day, a man stumbled upon them. Or mumbo jumbo that doesn't make sense. It seems to be related to the snippet in the other room. For full hold, do you think it's... A man stumbled upon precious stones. It seems we have a winner. Some losers. Gosh, that voice, it made me jump. Would the winners kindly progress to the next room? And the rest of you, please leave by this exit along the ruin. Oh, the road to ruin? I'm sorry we did not win, Liza, but what a thrill to take part. Yes, Mr. Fullhold, been a lot of fun. If I have lost everything, nothing to do but start again from scratch. A new adventure awaits. I suppose I'll have to manage somehow, but you know what? I think I will manage. What does it matter if I lose my fortune? I still have the memory of my loving parents. That's all I need. For that reason, I'm out. That's the spirit, Liza. Come, this way. Thank you. They really took that on the muzzle, didn't they? Yes, most surprising. The fortunes don't mean as much to them as I would have thought. Well, anyway, we must move on to the next room. Let's go back in the hall and decide which one to tackle next. The jewelry box inside the treasury conjures images of a very wealthy family. Alright, which room next? Well, I bet the last door. Your turn, Ernest. Me, miss? Oh, I don't. Just say the first thing that comes to your head. Well, there are only 2 rooms left now, aren't there? Between the Hope Room and the Treasury. I think it has to be the Hope Room. Gut feeling. Miss Layton and I prefer to call it Miraculous Instinct, Cheryl. Alright then, the Hope Room it is. It's up in the green door. Here we are then, the Hope Room. Seems to have a warmer atmosphere. You know, it seems a little strange actually being here in the legendary Richmond Court. Do you think so, Ernest? Ernest? Hello, dog star calling pinstripes. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I am... Come along, Ernest, pay attention. So then the puzzle. Hey, hello Anita and Mr. Barnan over there. They're so intent on finding that puzzle they haven't even noticed us. There's no sign of the puzzle anywhere, Phineas. Ah, don't you worry, Pip. We'll find it in the end, you mark my words. You're right. Important thing is to not get flustered. Why are you so flustered anyway? I mean, I know there's the little matter of our entire fortunes being at stake, but even so, you seem real wound up. Well, it's the Richmond fortune, isn't it? It's the connection that's making me most uneasy. If I could turn back time, I'd undo what we did 10 years ago. I regret it bitterly. If I was young and inexperienced, that's no excuse. We're all in the same boat, though. I mean, we all played a part, didn't we? We did. That includes me. If the Richmond fortune really exists, as Lord Adamas says, I'd like to see it end up in the right hands, where it belongs. Which is why I have to win this puzzle-solving game. Ah, you gotta be in it to win it, that's true. Let's find this darn puzzle, eh? What did it ever do to you, Phineas? Still looking for it, then. They don't appear to have found it. Let's talk to them. How are you getting along, Pippa? Any luck, Phineas? Captain, there you are. Oh, you've come at just the right time. We can't find the puzzle anywhere. You do seem to be having a hard time. Well, yes, but no intention of giving up. May I ask, why did you both agree to take part in this party? You don't strike me as the sort of people who can be bullied into doing things they don't want to do. Oh, you know me, Katrielle. I'm a devil when it comes to a party. You can say that again, Pip. And how can I turn down a gig like this? You can't put a price on entertainment of this magnitude. That's so, as it seems to me there's another reason. Always on duty, eh, Cat? Can't turn off that suspicious mind of yours. Never mind that now. We must concentrate on finding this puzzle. Would you help, please, Katrielle? There's those candles. Books. Oh, sorry, panels. These panels look out of place, don't you think? I wonder what they're for. Even with my nose, I smell something fishy. Do you think they could be connected to the puzzle in some way? It's very likely. Shelf, shelf, shelf. Oh, got that orange on the... Oh, hidden puzzle. An eye-catching chandelier, such refined taste. Yeah, this is not the main puzzle, but let's do it. With my party people, 30 people attended a party and the following comments were made. Famous singer was there, but she's not a company employee. I went to the party, but I'm not a company employee. Boss's mother was at the party. What is the maximum number of employees at the party? Okay, if woman B is the boss's mother and the famous singer, then that means it was her, an additional man, and an additional woman. Oh wait, maximum number of employees. I thought it was gonna ask minimum. And 30 people attended the party. Oh, okay. 30 people attended the party. So what is the maximum number of employees that could have been at the party? But again, if the boss's mother was a famous singer and was not a company employee, then she was only one of 30 people, so that means the maximum is 29. Everyone else could be an employee.
I eat puzzles like this for breakfast. That was too easy.
Mirror, painting, lamp. Selection item in the clock. That. And before we tackle the main puzzle for this room, do one more save. Now onto the suspicious candles. That's interesting, candles. I wonder why there are 4 candles out when there's ample illumination from the light on the ceiling. It's strange. I'm sure they weren't lit when we first came in. Someone must have lit them then. Question is who? Oh, that would be me. I thought it might have something to do with the puzzle we were looking for, so I lit them. But nothing happened. See, even so, something about these candles isn't right with me. And it's strange that there's a groove in the tabletop. I feel this is more than just a decoration. I keep looking at things in the wrong order, I swear. The panels are translucent. So, let's get excited about the panels because they are the puzzle. Puzzle of Hope. Stand 4 of these panels up on the table and use the light from the candles to represent hope. Alright, so like, there's a sort of reflection happening. I mean, this to me strikes me as an H substitute. Then maybe not. I mean, E. O. That's sort of an H. H. O. E. O. E. Right, it's something like this. Trying to spell it with the purple parts. think you have to ignore the entire border for this to make sense.
I've seen how to solve this now. Puzzles are made for solving.
Yeah, it shows here how the border doesn't count for that. What's the matter? We solved the puzzle. Shouldn't we be making our way to the next room? Not yet. After we solved the other two puzzles, we discovered a curious note. Both times. Oh yeah, that gibberish. So you think there's another note? Most probably. Ah, found it. It's there in the tiny writing on the back of one of the panels. Ernest, if you please. The Rosenberg stones shone like a beacon of hope. Promise of wealth restored. The man thought that mercy was upon him, till... That's it, miss. The sentence is incomplete, I'm afraid. Oh no, I really want to know what happens next. Did you hear, Pip? Yes, the Rosenberg stones. The beacon of hope. It's all too clear. I hate to leave on a cliffhanger like this, but we're out of the running now. Yes, we failed to solve the puzzle. Means we've lost. For that reason, I'm out. I see you all attempted the puzzle, but all you succeeded in solving it. Those who failed the puzzle have lost. It's the end for you. You must now leave the room and follow the road to ruin. To the rules you all agreed to. There's a lot of talk of failure and losing, isn't there? Oh well, we've lost our fortunes, Phineas. But I won't let that stop me doing my job as mayor. Ah, that's the spirit. Maybe it's time I let the business go anyway. Always wanted to make my own movie. Come on then, Pip. It's this way for us. Yes, alright. They look almost pleased that they've lost everything. Well, I suppose it's more. If there's more to your life than money, perhaps you wouldn't mind too much. Miss Layton, sure. What's up, Pinstripes? Let's move on to the next room, shall we? The next room is the last one, isn't it? Perhaps we'll finally learn what this puzzle game is all about. Let's get back out of the hole then. Good idea. The Hope Room contained candles that spelled out the word hope when rearranged. Here we are again then. Let's see, which room should we try next? There's only one left! I know, Cheryl, I was pulling your leg. It's the Treasury then. Yes, we've had the Rosenberg room, the Treasury, and the Hope room. This last room has an altogether different feel to it, doesn't it? Such a welcoming name. It's rather ominous, certainly. Well, we're not about to bow out now, are we? Not after coming so far. Of course not, Ernest. So shall we? Yes, through the purple door and into the Treasury. Someone forgot to turn on the lights. All these portraits on the walls are very impressive, aren't they? The room feels rather dejected. Hobbled furniture and empty frames. Oh, I feel someone over there in the gloom. Can't make out who. Don't worry, Ernest. This is the last room. Down to the last of the dragons. Which means it must be Madame Doublé. Oh, yes, of course. How silly of me. Looks like the old Great Dame hasn't spotted us yet. No, not here. It's not here either. Where on earth is this wretched puzzle? She's snarling more than usual. Madame Dublé is considered the leader of the 7 dragons. I imagine she's also the wealthiest. Which means she stands to lose more than anyone else. I expect that's why she's so determined. I wonder... I think we should go and have a word. Good evening, Madame Dublé. Wondering where you disappeared to. Katrielle, darling, how long have you been in this room? I thought, as no one else had chosen it, I'd be able to find the puzzle in my own time. But no such luck. I'm starting to wonder if our elusive host hasn't actually forgotten to set up the puzzle in here. I doubt that's the case, madam. Yes, Lord Adamas strikes me as a very particular person. Sure, there's a puzzle here somewhere. Oh, this is almost vexing. I simply have to solve that puzzle. Solve all the puzzles and take possession of the Richmond fortune. Otherwise, I would break the promise I made all those years ago. Madame Dublé, it seems that of all the 7 of you present here tonight have a found connection. It seems all 7 of you here have a profound connection to Lord Adamas and to Mr. Richmond. Oh, Katrielle, darling, I'm not at liberty to speak of that. It is a secret that only we dragons know. Please forget about all that and help me locate this confounded puzzle. The party must go on. Very well, madame. We'll help you look. Hidden puzzle. Honest look at this painting. It's got a hidden puzzle. Oh, another spaceship puzzle. Not what you'd expect to find in a painting. Right, so this has a path to the ship, and I don't think any other orb does, so I'm pretty sure we need to get every other orb to converge to that one. Oh, this one can go into the ship. Okay. Locked. That's fine. Wall. No. 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 Okay, so it's just those 2. All the energy orbs have to meet here or here. Clever. There's the path I need to take. Get to this one so that I can get into this one. Gonna have to be other orbs that come along for that ride now, aren't there? Oh wait, I needed to take care of those way earlier, because I sent this one away before even thinking about it. points on that one yet. Hey, do it.
I've seen how to solve this now.
Some tricky diagonals, but otherwise, not too bad. Don't you have roadside assistance in space? No, I just saved. What's this flower? That's a beautiful picture, isn't it? The red petals are so vivid and bright. I rather like the simplicity of it only being the one flower. I'm sure that I need to click on that after I find something else to access the puzzle. Ah, you thought it would be in a lit part of the chandelier, but it was in the unlit part of the chandelier. I simply must win this game and obtain the Richmond fortune. Oh, I thought I was clicking on the painting, not her. Okay, time to click on the altar. Like a two, huh, pinstripes? Or do you need winding up? Oh, no, sorry, it's just... there's something about this picture. I know what you mean, Ernest. Ah, yes, that old picture. It was one of Maximilian's favorites, you know. It is rather charming, isn't it? All those people holding hands around the flower like that. It was the symbolism he enjoyed, I believe. He was always one for working together, hand in hand, toward a common goal. He liked helping his fellow man. See? Mr. Richmond always helped people. Did you know Mr. Richmond well, madame? Oh yes, Maximilian and my late husband were close friends. Such a shame they're no longer with us. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up a painful memory. Oh, that's quite alright, darling. I'm very thick-skinned, you know. Okay, now click on the portrait to access the actual puzzle. No? Oh wait, this picture. Bit of rest, Cat. I know you like the flower. Oh, it's the frame, I think. Don't start waxing real lyrical about the frame. Well, look at that. It was upside down. It spun around when I pushed on it. There must be some kind of mechanism. Still, apart from the spinning of the picture, nothing much happened. Wait, look at the other picture. It flipped over. Did I imagine it, or did that drawer open? I think this deserves closer inspection. Alright, well then I may as well save right before the puzzle starts. Just a few word panels of some kind in this drawer. Or panels. I say, darling, have you located the puzzle? Oh, I'm afraid not, Matt. It's just an unusual picture. Usual indeed. Even as an abstract, it feels rather disjointed. Disjointed? That's it, the picture is the puzzle. Blah blah blah. Cat, you're usually better than this. Let's put this picture back together. Slide each of the pieces in the picture into the right position, and then place the large piece outside the frame into the empty space. Oh, we had one like this before. Where it was a slider and then you push the thing back in. Ah, I hate sliders. Can't really move this all that much, and it doesn't free up any other pieces if I do. But if I move this one, I can free up that one. Obviously goes in the center. Alright, I can already tell you I'm getting nowhere, so... You don't need to move the pieces at the top left and bottom left. Move all the pieces that can go straight down, then move the L shape to the center. In the center to the right. Okay, now it's making more sense. What did it say? The oblong piece on the left to the right and... Okay, so that's what I did. But then what can I really do from here? Oh man. Okay. It was way easier when they told me how to start.
I have a feeling that perhaps... That's a relief. I wasn't entirely sure.
Look, now we've solved the puzzle. The picture's taken form. It appears to be a group of people all turning their backs on another. Gosh, perhaps it was better in pieces. Isn't there something written here, Ernest? Oh, you're right, in tiny letters here on the edge of the frame. 7 snakes in the grass snatched the stones away, and treachery left the man to die in obscurity. Treachery. Sad as the image is, it portrays the events of real life. To unite and help one another is a wonderful thing. Yet the truth is, treachery and betrayal are ever present. People compete, people cheat, and people deceive. In the end, only the winners of this world find happiness. That may be true, madam, but it's a terrible thing not to believe in your fellow man. My dear boy, you are quite naive. Believe in no one but yourself. That's a lesson I've learnt over the years, and it has served me well. It's the basis of my enviable social status and my fortune. A gentleman once taught me, any means to an end if it serves your purpose. I've carried that maxim with me and practiced it to the letter. Honor of my mentor. Which is precisely why I cannot afford to be beaten at this juncture. And yet, it seems this room has claimed its victim. Right on cue. The losers in this game, darkness awaits. Kindly leave along the road. Oh dear me, no. This is a calamity. I can't lose it all, I can't. I was planning to expand my empire outside of London to reach every corner of the British Isles, but now I'm out. Try to remain calm, madam. I'm afraid the rules are rules. Let's get you on the road to ruin now. I'll come with you, don't worry. You will? But Miss Layton, you don't need to go that way, only losers have to leave. The truth is, I got that last puzzle wrong as well. So for that reason, I'm afraid... Oh. Sorry, Ernest. Sorry, Cheryl. Yes, you got it wrong. Yes, so I have to follow the road to ruin. Good luck with the rest, you two. Good luck with the rest, she says. Wow, thanks. Behind a picture of people holding hands was another group turning their backs on one of their number. My goodness me, I've rather faint. My entire fortune. This can't be happening. How can I ever make amends now? Why would I do that? Why would do that? Found another typo. Why would you deliberately get it wrong, miss? I know you could have solved it if you wanted to. Oh, I just let my concentration slip, Ernest. That's all. So it looks like we'll have to part company here for a while. See you later. I still can't believe you made a dog's breakfast of that puzzle cat. Even Homer nods sometimes, Cheryl. Detective can't be right all the time, so never mind. A likely story. What are you up to? What lies here on the road to ruin, we'll find out in a moment, but I need a quick bathroom break. So, we're back. And we're back. I say, it's rather dark down here. And it feels most uncomfortable underfoot. Thought the carpet could have been laid down at least. Well, shall we try walking anyway? We should join the others who failed. Wait. Is that you calling out, madam? Oh, I didn't thought it would. If my ears weren't deceiving me, I could have sworn I heard a dog bark. A dog. See. Hat, it's me. Cheryl, what are you doing here? This way seemed more exciting. What about Ernest? What about Ernest? A master of espionage like me can slip down here unnoticed. But if Pinstripes tried it, Artemis would have been onto us straight away. So I didn't tell him. I just slipped away. Master of espionage. I'm impressed, Cheryl. So spill the beans, Cat. You've got a plan, haven't you? Of course, an English gentlewoman is never beaten, Cheryl. Merely inconvenienced. What have you got in mind? This Richmond court is hiding a secret, I'm sure of it. Being out of the running in the puzzle game gives me a chance to explore. As plans go, that's, well, what I've come to expect from you. Still, suppose I can help you look for this secret. My trusty canine companion. Start by looking for clues here along the so-called road to ruin. Remember our motto, Fido. Any mystery solved. There's an opening here. Ventilation, I imagine. Let me see. It's a long way back. Might even be connected to somewhere else. Did you swing a cat in there, do you think? Even if you could fit, there's a metal grate. We might be able to persuade that to move, though. No chance. Don't give up so easily, Cheryl. You'll never know unless you try. You're not seriously going to try and pull that out, are you? You're not gonna beat me, Grill. You did it! I don't believe it! We can climb in there now. You're stronger than you look. Remind me to try that. Never try pulling on the lead. It was old and bent already, if truth be told. Anyway, never mind the whys and wherefores. I'm going in. Wait for me. Gracious, I couldn't possibly. I mean, I literally couldn't possibly. I shall have to proceed along this miserable passageway alone now, I suppose. Where are we now? Well, this is a pretty impressive room, especially coming from that tunnel we just crawled through. So many books. It's like a little library. Perhaps it was Mr. Richmond's study. There's something different about this room. Yes, the other rooms we've been in have been well looked after, but this one... It's dusty, full of cobwebs. Worse than your desk. Thank you, Charles. All these curious bits of machinery on the floor. It looks as though someone's been using this room as an office and workshop of sorts. I wonder... I won't be a moment, Charles. Stay. Where are you going? I just went to check the door to the room. It was locked from this side. I've unlocked it now, though. You mean it was locked from the inside? What? Presumably, somebody didn't want anybody else coming in here. Who, though? Adamas? Don't know. But perhaps we can find something in here that gives a link between Richmond and Adamas. There's something writing on the wall here. Someone's graffitied the wall in a room like this, dirty mongrel. I don't think it's just graffiti. Ernest, read it out. Ernest, read it out, would you? He's not here, remember? Oh no, of course. Sorry, force of habit. I've always had Ernest read for me. You've always had Ernest do everything for you, especially the menial stuff. Well, I suppose I'll have to do it myself then. Deep under the ground of the Rosenberg, a great treasury lay. Beacon of hope until treachery ruined of all. What do you think? You're the detective. Well, it contains the name of each of the 4 rooms. Rosenberg, Treasury, Hope, and Treachery. So do you think this is where Adamas got his inspiration? Possibly, yes. I think he's trying to tell us something. Or rather, I think he's trying to tell the 7 dragons something. The emblems on the spines of these books look familiar, don't you think? They're the same symbols that were displayed on the doors of the puzzle rooms. Exactly. A mountain, gemstone, torch, and sword. And just those 4 books look like they're sticking out a bit. Yes, suspicious. Perhaps they operate a mechanism. Cut! That thing on the wall there just moved. The ram's head stonework. Yes, it's revealed something. Papers of some kind. Let me see. Dated 10 years ago, before Richmond's death. Show me. Oh, hey! We've discovered something of a revelation here, Cheryl. If it's what says in these pages is true, then the Richmond fortune is... We need to investigate to find out whether this information's reliable. And Stripes wouldn't let me see. In Richmond's studies were documents showing a clear link between himself and the 7 dragons 10 years ago. There are some letters here. Who are they addressed to? G. Dublé, E. T. Barnum, Loanida, L. White, G. Sloan, C. Chance, M. Fullhold. All the 7 dragons, then. What do they say? I'll read one out. I, Maximilian Richmond, never absolve you of your guilt. One day, I will take back what is rightfully mine, everything that you stole from me. They appear to be letters written by the late Mr. Richmond. They can't be. He died 10 years ago. Well, it's true. These letters don't look like they were written very long ago. So who did write them? I don't know. Not yet. But it's becoming increasingly undeniable that the link that they're connected. Stupid text skipping. Fashion farthings. I don't really have much use for those anymore, though. Hidden puzzle. Magnet magic. Huge robots in need of a remodel. Use the available magnets and join them together to make one circuit. North is red, south is blue. If the poles are opposite, they join, but if they are the same, they will repel. So I believe the idea is to make a closed figure.
I've seen how to solve this now. mystery or any puzzle solved.
Mystery of who's been working in this room remains very much unsolved. But we should save anyway. Just making sure for like hint coins and stuff. And there's so much to look at in here that it could be easy to think you're finding a hint coin and then, oh no, you're actually finding something important. This telephone is old-fashioned, isn't it? The line's connected. This place hasn't been lived in for years. Why would the phone still be hooked up? According to all urban legends, this place has been deserted since Richmond's death. Or it's haunted. But far from ghosts walking these corridors now, it would appear someone very real has been inhabiting the place. Rumors are like tumors. They spread fast and do no good. Well, it's certainly worth remembering not everything people say is the truth. Well, from what we've discovered, it seems very likely someone has been using the place. We still don't know who, though. Probably. And of course, there's something else we've learned. Mr. Richmond clearly had some dealings with the Seven Dragons 10 years ago. Oh yeah, those seven know something alright, I'm sure of it. I still don't get who this Adamas fellow is. Is he connected to Richmond? I don't know yet, but if he really has located the Richmond fortune, I think it's safe to assume they must be connected in some way. It's the only thing that would make sense. So, how about we carry on exploring in other rooms? Perhaps we'll find a hint that gives the true identity of Lord Adamas. You want to snoop around more? You do realize we can't possibly cover every room in a place this size, do you? Stop jabbering, Cheryl. You know, Ernest never questions me like this. Wonder why? But before we go, I just need to make a call. You're going to use the phone? You're calling. Please don't tell me it's a hair appointment. I just remembered something. And I need to arrange, that's all. It won't be long, Cheryl. She's unbelievable. Well done. You should have heard the reaction when I said I was calling from Richmond Court. I can imagine. So, let's go and explore some other rooms. I never did look at this machine. I would have thought that was more important than just a hint coin, but alright, I think that covers it for this room. Okay, now that covers it for this room. This room seems kinda different to the others. Oh, isn't it adorable? It looks like a little boy's room. Is it worth having a sniff around, do you think? I don't know. I don't imagine we'll discover anything earth-shattering in here. But still, we could have a quick look. Puzzle. Oh, another circuit. Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do. There, but enough. Alright, so the only one that really fits in that corner is this. Oh no, not even that. Okay, so I could fit that in that. Seems reasonable. Yeah, wires can cross each other, but the chips can't have anything. That fits pretty nicely into there. Ba-ba-da-da-da. What if that green one has to go? Oh. I don't necessarily need to fill every square. Uh, hold on though. I'm having trouble imagining. Having trouble imagining that the green piece doesn't go here. Where else does it even remotely fit? I mean, it fits here. That. But it's either there or there. I would think the corner's a better fit, since that lessens the chance that I'll run over the chip. That doesn't got. No, that's not the issue. Wait, really? Why doesn't that? That's where I was trying to put it. Hold on, I am getting somewhere, I swear. Haha!
This puzzle's got some bite. That was too easy.
I mean, I don't know if I would call that the easiest one. I mean, they certainly stepped up the wire puzzle. But, you know, that's good. This is the last case. There should be some challenges. Oh, another empty frame. Another? It's not just the one, then. Starting to think the kid who lived in this room was a bit funny. It seems to me that someone has deliberately gone around and removed all the pictures. Didn't I already get this message? This photo frame has no photo in it either. There's a set of picture books on the desk here. One on top is about animals. There's a name inside the cover. Miles Richmond. Miles? Perhaps Mr. Richmond's grandson? Or more likely, grandson. Judging by the reading material and other things, I'd say Miles was a great animal lover. Fond of toys. A nice boy, no doubt. And that has exactly what to do with this case? I'm allowed a little diversion every now and then, aren't I, Cheryl? Not if we want to work out the connection between the Richmond fortune and Adamas, no. If we're done in here, let's sniff around another room. Yes, oh. Strange. In the lump in the middle of the desk. Wouldn't help your handwriting, that's for sure. It's a puzzle, Cheryl. Can you place the animals in the frame on the table to complete the puzzle? Pieces cannot overlap.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
It's cute. It's very cute. That's unexpected. Completing the puzzle opens the drawer. What an interesting desk. I've certainly never seen a puzzle lock like that before. Anything in the drawer? An old book about an explorer by the look of it. Presumably this was his favorite book. Kept it in his special puzzle locked drawer. What is it, Cat? Look. Animas. I think I might know who. Single children's book about a famous explorer was found in the young Miles Richmond's bedroom. It's revealed the true identity of Adamas. I've worked it out. I know who Lord Adamas really is. You do? I do indeed. Who is it then? Who's behind this crazy puzzle-solving party? Well, Cheryl, if you haven't mastered Sit, now would be a good time, because the truth is... Ladies and gentlemen... Oh, not now, Adamas. Party is over. The losers kindly make their way back to the hall. I would like to get a good view of you all. That you've lost everything! Back to the hall now. He's worse than a sheepdog. Don't worry, it suits the situation perfectly. I'd like to speak to everyone together. It's time to reveal the truth behind this puzzle-solving party.
So, we are all together again.
In other words, we all failed.
So what? Every one of us has to give up our fortunes, every last penny.
It is simply beyond the pale.
Well, I for one have no regrets. I went into this with my eyes open after all.
Yes. I'm with Mayor Loanida.
Ah, Cat, you're back too, huh? Good.
Miss Layton, thank goodness you're all right. You had me terribly worried.
Worried? About what?
So, you were all defeated by my puzzles. That concludes the contracts nicely. You're ruined. Utterly ruined.
hate to be the bearer of bad news, but those contracts are all null and void.
Null and void?
What the dickens are you all doing here?
Inspector Hastings, what are you doing here?
Thank you for coming, Inspector. You're right on cue.
Come on, Cat, what's going on? Why have you called me here?
I fully intend to explain everything, and I'd like you to be a witness to what transpires here.
A witness? I'm not nicking anyone, then? Cat, are you saying you've...
Confined this mystery to history? Indeed I have. In fact, I've solved all the mysteries connected with this palace.
Huh?
It's the main theme.
Perhaps we should start by identifying the one common factor that links the seven of you. All of you were at one time members of a diamond mining concern, weren't you? And you struck the jackpot. In fact, it's the money from those diamonds which formed the basis of all your fortunes and allowed you to succeed in your respective business ventures. It's what made you all who you are today. The trouble is, what if your diamond mine was actually on Richmond property?
Are you making all this up, Cat?
If Richmond turned out to be the rightful owner of the mine, all seven of you would automatically be ruined, of course.
Well...
It would seem that the mastermind behind tonight's escapade, Lord Adamas that is in some way connected to Richmond. And moreover, that he's intent on exacting revenge on those who robbed him of his wealth.
Cat, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. The place we uncovered the diamonds definitely wasn't on Richmond land.
Is that so? Or is that just what you all like to tell yourselves?
Huh, don't be ridiculous.
Ridiculous? Isn't that just what this whole puzzle party is? Yet you all agreed to take part. Was that to appease your own guilt? The truth is, you're taking part in this charade under duress, isn't it? Why don't we move on to the real puzzle about tonight's proceedings? The identity of our host, Lord Adamas. Certainly a rather exceptional character.
You can say that again.
The self-confessed multi-millionaire Adamas is really... you!
What?
Ernest Greaves. No more deceit.
Pinstripes?
Miss Layton, what are you talking about? How could you possibly think I was... Oh, what's the use? No doubt you figured everything out anyway, haven't you? Yes, it's true. I am Adamas.
Well, I'll be a mongrel's uncle.
You're really the last surviving member of the Richmond line, aren't you? The 8th grandchild of Maximilian Richmond, Miles Richmond. You decided to use the urban legend of Richmond that rose up here in London as a means to take revenge on the 7 dragons here tonight.
Come on, Pinstripes. Tell me she's barking up the wrong tree.
Goodness me. Can he really be that young boy?
Ha! Yes, it's all true. You've hit the nail on the head as usual, Miss Layton. But how did you know? How did you know it was me?
Because of this.
Where did you...
It was in your old room, Miles. Ernest Shackleton, Surprise Explorer by Richard Greaves. The origin of your assumed name, if I'm not mistaken.
Dun dun dun.
And all around this palace are little telltale signs of your duplicity.
How could I have made such an elementary mistake? And after I was so careful to dispose of all the portraits and photographs as well.
I must say, though, Ernest, you've excelled yourself preparing all these puzzles for everyone.
But they were too easy to outsmart you, weren't they?
I just cannot understand why someone as intelligent and good-natured as you would pursue such a worthless folly as revenge.
I know. I know that revenge is pointless. But it was for Mama. I promised her.
Your mother?
When my grandfather went bankrupt, Mama was left with nothing. We had no one to turn to, not a soul. But Mama moved heaven and earth to keep me safe. Mama!
Miles, I'm so sorry, darling. For you to have to suffer like this, when none of it is your fault.
Don't worry. I'm quite all right, Mama.
There's so much I wanted to show you. But we're practically destitute. And now I'm ill too. I'm so sorry.
Mama, I don't mind. I just want you to get well again.
Yes, me too. But you know, Miles, you can be strong even on your own.
Mama, I'm going to get it back. I'll get it all, I promise. I'm going to make them return it all. Every last thing they stole from us. I swear, one day, when I've made something of myself, I'll get them back for what they did to us.
Oh, Miles,
Mama!
Dear boy.
In the end, all the stress and exhaustion, it was too much for her. I was only 12 at the time when I had to say goodbye to her forever. But I swore then I'd keep my promise to take revenge on those who had wronged our family.
So it was a promise. That's what drove you to these lengths.
I had to see it through. I couldn't let her down, you see.
But do you really think this is what she would have wanted?
Okay, I hate to interrupt the art to art, but Ernest Greaves, Miles Richmond, I'm placing you under arrest. And it looks like I'm gonna need to have a chat with all you dragons as well. I never thought the lot of you would be criminals.
Oh, no.
Now, Inspector Hasty. I think there may be another explanation.
Eh?
I wonder who the diamonds really belong to at the end of the day.
I'm more confused than when I found out I was a dog.
I mean, that's impressive.
After all, everyone, the Earth's riches belong to us all, don't they?
What are you on about? Cat, you're starting to sound like a hippie. Oof!
You were right, Katrielle. 10 years ago, the land had already been repossessed. Maximilian Richmond had no further rights on the mine at that time.
How's that?
He failed to pay the tax levied on the land and lost his claim to it as a result. He must have kept the fact a secret so he could claim the diamonds from the mine were rightfully his. Shortly after that, however, he died.
So you're saying the diamonds are nobody's?
It wasn't these 7 ladies and gentlemen who stole the diamonds from Richmond. If anything, it was the other way around.
But...
Yes, that's as I thought. Thank you for investigating for me, Emiliana.
I didn't do it as a favor to you. As I've told you countless times, hard data is the quickest way to solve any case.
I'll try to bear that in mind. So, it's like I said. The Earth's riches belong to us all. The diamonds were nobody's. So the 7 dragons here couldn't have stolen them.
But that...
That means all we're looking at here is the antics you've been up to, Sunshine.
I just don't understand. How could it be that way? Mama would have...
Your mother knew, of course.
No!
Ernest, don't you see why she didn't tell you that you had it wrong? Why she didn't tell you the truth?
No.
Don't you think maybe it was to give you a focus? Isn't that what's kept you going all these years? I think your mother let you believe in this idea of revenge to give you strength, knowing that you'd have to face life alone, and trusting that as you grew up, you would see the folly of it and eventually forget the idea.
Listen, darling. You must follow your heart, don't waver. If you keep listening to what your heart tells you, I'm sure you'll see the light in the end.
I'll make them all pay, Mama. I will. I'll make them all pay. I swear.
I know, my darling boy. But please don't forget. First, you have to grow big and strong and make a man of yourself.
I will. I'll be as big and strong and important as any of them. You'll see.
That's my boy. You live your life, Miles. Make your mama proud. Show them all what a great man you can be.
So you mean she never really wanted me to? I didn't see it. And now look what I've done. Oh, how could I have done something like this?
Ernest, I'm sure you have made your mother proud. I'm sure you're just the man she hoped you would be. In every single way. She loved you.
Mama, forgive me. Forgive me for not seeing what you meant.
Well, cheer up, Ernest. Remember, the dragons have actually done nothing wrong. And I think you too can be considered blameless.
Eh? Blameless? Isn't that a bit of a stretch? Come on! What about all this palaver? The threats, the conniving, the intent to completely ruin these poor people. And you say he's blameless? Pull the other one.
Well, take a look at that. See, Inspector?
Hey? Cat? What do you mean?
God, these games have great music.
Darling boy, we've been looking for you all these years.
For me?
Yes, we're all very much indebted to Lord Richmond, you see. It was thanks to him that the diamonds were discovered at all.
Aye, he knew if he were the legal owner of the mine, any money he made would disappear on repaying his debts. So, he relinquished his claim on the land deliberately and arranged for us to discover the diamonds.
He was a wise man. He saw the diamonds as London's future. He did not want the money squandered on personal loans. It was for you to use. He wished it as an investment for the city.
Back, you're coming in at a weird time where, like, all the plot twists have just happened.
That doesn't tie in. See,
Welcome.
I thought he tried to reclaim his right to the mine.
No.
If you don't want spoilers, you should stop watching right this second.
Without the money from the diamonds, the family faced certain ruin.
But somehow I don't know if you'll actually play the games.
We couldn't bear to see the family fail. We tried desperately to save him by giving the mine and the diamonds back. But he steadfastly refused.
No.
We have heavy hearts knowing that we failed you.
And I invented the Richmond legend. I couldn't bear for that great family to be associated with financial ruin. So I concocted a story about a great fortune hidden somewhere in this old house.
So now you see, dear. Everyone was extremely fond of your grandfather.
Oh no! What on earth have I done?
Interesting point, Pack. Although this game's really only brought out its story in like the
We all
last
came
2
here today in the
chapters.
knowledge that Miles must be behind this puzzle party. But none of us ever suspected that it was you, Ernest.
I had no idea about... I'm sorry.
Well, just to
so
put it out
very
there, the
sorry.
guy who's been fawning over Katrielle for the entire game was actually like the villain pulling the strings behind the scenes in a revenge plot.
Let's start afresh.
And Ernest wasn't
Your
even his real
grandfather
name.
And your mother would have wanted that.
And now he's reconciling with all the millionaires. So, yeah, stuff happened.
Thank you.
Come, my boy.
Now I look, the resemblance is striking.
You're right. I don't know why any of us didn't see it before.
So, are you still going to arrest him? No one here would claim, Inspector, to have been harmed by Ernest.
All right.
Now, why ever are you still crying, dear boy?
I'm sorry. I'm just so happy.
Well, Cat, I've got to hand it to you this time. I didn't see any of that coming. You really did teach an old dog new tricks.
You should know. The truth is stranger than fiction.
So Lord Adamas's puzzling little party came to an end, as did the vengeful thoughts he'd so long harbored for the dragons. But Ernest will always be Ernest to me, not Miles Richmond. And I've insisted he continue to serve as my assistant. Things don't empty themselves. So together with Cheryl, us 3 will continue to solve London's mysteries. Back, have a good night. Thanks for dropping the Santa. Yeah, we get to see all the characters scroll by for the credits now. The orange coat is like the head inspector of the Scotland Yard. Also, the credits are rolling. Who else is gonna be guilty of anything but Sia? Anyway, wow, so, you know, I still prefer the mainline Layton series. But what this game offers is, well, it's something. It's a bit more of a reprieve. At least until the very end when they try to finally pull all the heartstrings at once. I mean, between the actual death case in Chapter 11, and then everything just comes out of the woodwork in Chapter 12. And if the whole game was like that, it would be more like a mainline Layton ended. Then I might even rank it higher in that case, because I mean... You know, I guess technically the whole person you've known is really someone they're not. It's not really a first. For, you know, any series. But, I mean, obviously you never expect it. They never give you any reason to suspect it until Cat lays it all bare. I suppose that's where it falls short. Compared to the other Laytons, is... In every other Layton game, the mystery is building up from moment 1 up until the end. There is one overarching plot thread that you need to solve, but here, because the cases are so short and because they still want to give that element of surprise, they withhold a lot of information and there's not a lot that you get to figure out on your own. This one is really more about solving the puzzles they give you, most of which are, you know, pretty good by Layton standards, but I do think some puzzles in this game miss the mark. But it's mostly about solving those puzzles as they come and taking the story in stride, getting a few laughs along the way, and then having it all fall apart at the end when it actually turns into a more dramatic story. Yeah, obviously, there's still a lot of other things I can praise about the game, of course. The style holds up, the music is very much on Layton standards. We got that main theme playing again right now for the credits. Man. There is one other flaw that I have with this game, but, let's just say we'll see that after the credits. Now we're on localization. Those people that I kept applauding for turning all the jokes into good English puns for the English-speaking audience. Although based on the characters going by as they correlate to the different chapters, we're coming up on the end of the credits. We're also coming up on the end of the theme, so that should be another hint that the credits are just about up here. Big Ben, is your hand still made out of wafer? I mean, if that doesn't explain the tonal shift properly, I don't know what does. We start with Big Ben's hand being replaced with wafer cake. And we end off on ultimate betrayal and deception, lies, conspiracy, tragic death.
Wow!
Anyway, this scene's kind of important.
Miss Layton, look at all the snow!
Well, the agency has been open for a month now. It's been an eventful start, but still no clue as to Dad's whereabouts.
The mystery of the missing professor. Still not history, eh?
Well, knowing Dad, wherever he is, he'll be engrossed in some extraordinary puzzle.
I'm sure you'll find him.
Yes. I won't rest until I do.
But you don't strike me as a daddy's girl, Cat. It just doesn't seem like you.
I'm not. I just have to tell him I've solved the riddle he sent me, you see?
A riddle, miss?
Oh? What riddle would that be, then?
It's this. If you're not really my child, then who exactly are you?
What?
Yeah. Yeah. That is the cliffhanger ending. That has to this day not been resolved. And this game came out on the 3DS. So happy 4-year anniversary to the Switch, am I right? And, you know, part of me says it was obvious that he never had a daughter. At least having played the other 6 games, there's nothing set up there to make you think that he did. But, I mean, it's somewhat believable if you assume there's a time skip. Anyway, we unlock a bunch of bonuses for clearing the main story now. So, will we ever find out who Katrielle really is? I don't know. The world may never know. But we still have this game as memories. There are 4 other puzzles that have been added to that case now. Alright, thank you to everyone who stopped by the stream today. On Thursday, we will have one final stream of this game. We're going to find those last 4 puzzles in case 12. We'll take care of any additional epilogues. We will go to the puzzle index for our extra bonus challenges. And I'll even show off not every daily puzzle, that would take too long. But I will at least show off to some degree what you can expect if you purchase this game and go for the daily puzzle downloads. And then with that, all the bonus content will have been seen. So, see you Thursday for that, and Saturday for another niche game on the downplay. But for now, I'll let the credits play us out. Not this game's credits again. My credits. Have a good night.